So this is a very special games console. We are talking over 60,000 games across all of your favorite systems, your Nintendos, your PlayStations, your Gamecubes, your Game Boy Advances, all of your favorite consoles, but also AAA gaming. So I'm not sure exactly how they've done this, but I suspect using a couple of different front ends, we can now enjoy all of our favorite retro games, retro consoles, but also brand new PC AAA gaming. Now, this was sent to me for review, but this is not a paid review, not a sponsored video. I was just asked to check this out and see what I think of it. Let's open this up. In fact, so this is everything you get inside the box, starting with these actually quite nice looking controllers. So yes, they are wired, so you have to make sure that you do have a USB port available on your laptop or your computer. But in terms of build quality and the buttons, they actually do have a nice, fairly premium feel to it. So you get two of these. We can see we've got the multiple shoulder buttons, we've got two analog sticks, and your standard A, B, X, Y. We also have option button here, and this is the heart of this 5 terabyte system. So a USB 3 hard drive that you can plug into any laptop, any PC, and through this hard drive you have a completely pre-configured gaming system which will allow you to play all of those classic games, those retro games, but also those newer PC titles. And I can now confirm they are using 3 separate front ends, allowing you to access those 60,000 games. So let me now plug this into my laptop. Okay, I've just plugged in the USB 3 hard drive onto this laptop. Windows sees it here. I can now double click on that, and we can now see these 3 separate front ends. So if I just make that a bit bigger, we can see we have Emulation Station, we have LaunchBox, and we also have Playnite. So Emulation Station is going to be for your older consoles, the 8-bit, the 16-bit, maybe some 32-bit. The more advanced stuff is going to be inside LaunchBox, and for your newer AAA titles, that's going to be inside Playnite. Now, they also give you this Word document, but you give you some basic instructions, just saying thanks for purchasing this 60,000 retro games. This is only supported on 64-bit Windows, even 8.1, 10, or 11. I mean, to play any of the older games, you don't need anything too beefy, too powerful, but if you want to play some of the advanced systems or the AAA titles, then you'll need a fairly okay graphics card, like maybe a GTX 1050 or higher. Let's now start with our good old Emulation Station. Let's double click that. Now, the key part of these systems is we don't really want to do any kind of manual configuration, any kind of manual tweaking or changing things around. It should be more or less plug and play. Let's give that a second, and we are straight inside Emulation Station. All right, let's plug in the controller. So I'm going to plug this into a USB port that appears as an Xbox 360 controller, and we can see straight away without any configuration I can now control this. So we can see Emulation Station has lots of different categories. We have a never played section, which could be quite handy, last played, we have retro achievements, vertical arcades. Then you just have lots of different systems like Neo Geo, Sega, Amstrad, Apple II, Apple III, MAME for your arcade games. Now, when you click on a system, we can see here, for example, this one contains over 100,000 games included in this. So that's going to cover most of the arcade games. Atari, we can see we have 594, with Atari ST, Atari Lynx, Jaguar. This was supposed to be 64-bit, yeah. Comes with 67 games. You have the Amiga 500, my favorite, Amiga CD32, CD-TV. This was just amazing in its time. This one we can see, for example, has 25 games, whereas the Amiga had over 2,000 games. So that's going to be more or less the complete library of Amiga games. I'm just whizzing through now. You've got some old DOS games, MSX, MSX2, 2 Plus, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, Virtual Boy, N64, Disk Drive, Game Boy Advance, 3DS. I'm just whizzing through now, but you can see, guys, pretty much all of your favorite classic systems are included. Now, in the interest of time, let me just start this, because I do want to show you the other front ends as well. So let's just start with a bit of Neo Geo CD system. Let's click on that. Now, once you click on a system, you can now navigate all of the games, and you can see every time you click on a game, you get to see the nice artwork, you get to see who developed it, when it was released, and some information about the game. It even shows you how many times you played it. Let's start with some good old Art of Fighting. Click on that. This really is the key thing about these, hard drives or these pre-configured systems, that this is really what you're paying for without any configuration, without selecting anything or downloading ROMs or configuring anything. I literally just plug in the hard drive, launch Emulation Station. I can then choose a game. I see all of the nice artwork, press start, and we are straight in there. So, all right, let's go for Ryo. All right, that guy definitely likes flying around. Take that. So surprisingly, the control actually feels very responsive. All right, take that. Take that. Oh, looks like I took it. Okay, so once you finish playing a game, you can press the start and back buttons together. That instantly takes you out, and we can once again select another game to play. Now, in the arcade games, you normally have to add in a virtual credit, which can be done by pressing the select button normally. So you can see I can add a virtual coin by pressing the back button, which is normally select. That's gone in. Let's press start. All right, we're playing some 1942, I think. That's working absolutely fine. Just absolutely love these shoot 'em ups. Really fast pace. You get some really big power ups. Take that. Oh, let's get some. We just see all these upgrades are coming through. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna have any problems playing these classic games on really. That's working great. All right, I think after this I'll go on to LaunchBox so we can try some of the advanced consoles. Look at that finish. Oh, it didn't finish. Finish there. Okay, let's press start and select together. Let's now try LaunchBox. So again, everything should be pre-configured. I just need to click on the icon and I should be straight in there. And we can now see some of the advanced games with PS2, with PSP, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64. All of them are in here. Let's try one of these first then. Let's start with some good old PS2. All right, some Dirt 3 here using PS2 emulation. The control actually supports rumble as well, so when I hit these trees, I'm actually getting the rumble feedback, which is a nice touch. That's PS2. We can see we've got a very large library here. In fact, I can see the total games is, well, it's a lot. We can see a big list here as I scroll down. All of your favorite genres, your skateboarding, your driving, your first-person shooter, your platform, your puzzle games. Everything is in here. Got good old Sonic. Let's go over to Sega Saturn. Okay, we got some Saturn games here. Again, all with the nice artwork. You can see, guys, pretty much every console I'm trying, every game, everything's just loading. No configuration required. Just plug and play. Find where you're interested, and you can just be lost for hours with those 60,000 different games to try. That's working great. Let's close that down. You also have your Gamecube here, and I do believe there's a massive library of Gamecube games. I mean, there's just endless games here. You've got good old Crash Bandicoot, and again, everything with this proper artwork. We can see all of the stuff in here. Boxing games, platform games, just pages and pages of games, guys. Let's try one of these. Let's try Power Tennis. Click on play. All right, some good old GameCube emulation. Can I do a lob? Not this one. There you go. All right, that's good. Don't see the replay. Let's click on Playnite. And now we can see the library of the newer games included on this. So I'd say a good about 25-30 games are included in this, but I'm not going to start these for obvious reasons. But let's go back into the retro games. So overall, guys, I mean, what are my closing thoughts with this 5 terabyte retro gaming monster. I mean, it really is a lot of fun. If you are somebody that wants minimal fuss, really like, no configuration needed, just get this 5 TB hard drive, plug it into any laptop, any PC, open up whichever front end, depending on the game that you want to play, and really without any fuss, any configuration, you can also go ahead and start enjoying all of these classic retro games. And you've seen, guys, whether you're playing the old Nintendo games or something a bit newer like PlayStation 2, everything just works straight away. The package includes these two controllers where I would say out of all of these budget controllers, these definitely rank amongst the best. So if you are looking for an easy way to play your favorite games, then definitely do check out the Hyperbase Mix 5 TB with those 60,000 games, the two controllers built in. I'm sure you'll definitely find a game to play. I mean, I've just had hours of fun exploring all of these different games, these classic games. It really is a lot of fun. So that's pretty much for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. Do have a look in the video description and pinned comment if you want to check this out. Do leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.